And we're back with another episode of the Lakers Fast Break podcast. It's Gerald Glassford coming right back at you here from Lakers Fast Break, Pop Culture Cosmos, where we cover the latest news and trends in pop culture each and every week, twice a week, wherever you get your podcasts. Wanted to go ahead and mention that I couldn't post a Cosmos in the morning or even in the early afternoon because of the problems around the world with the internet. Our placeholder or couldn't allow me first to pop in the Lakers Fast Break this morning or a Pop Culture Cosmos. So I do apologize for that for our audio listeners out there. But I did did eventually get to go ahead and pop in the latest Pop Culture Cosmos, which has TJ Johnson and I talking about the legacy of Tron, which isn't really good right now. Also, as well, wanted to go ahead and mention that we covered a lot of good things on that show, including the WWE going AI. Is Seth Rollins' injury actually injury? And are there just too many video game releases in October? All that and more right there on the latest Pop Culture Cosmos, wherever you get your podcasts on it and on radio stations worldwide. Also want to mention for the Lakers Fast Break, I just popped for audio listeners as well, our awesome team previews, starting with, of course, Utah over the weekend, the two-parter that I put up, and also as well Washington Wizards. I will next, for our audio listeners, post up later today. I'm going to catch up something that you are already seeing if you're a Lakers Fast Break member, and that is my conversation with Nick Roloff. As far as the Eastern Conference is concerned, Chat Sports over 400,000 subscribers. He stopped by to go ahead and talk about the Eastern Conference. It's a great conversation, so hopefully you get a chance to check it out as a member for just $2.99 a month, or go ahead and just check it out as far as if you can when I do release it out into the wild here in the next 24 hours or so. CCG, yes. It is too late for the league. We just finished drafting, but I'll tell you what, CCG, email me. Tomorrow we'll arrange a time and we'll jump on a league together. How about that, my friend? Email me a time that you're available. Sometimes the ESPN Fantasy Basketball Leagues, I like to go beginners, even though I'm not a beginner. I just like to go beginner. Rotisserie, and I like to go snake drafts. So what I will do is we'll arrange a time. Email me, LakersFastBreak@yahoo.com, and I will go ahead and do that. Because I'm going to post the results of a draft here in just a minute. But yes, the original draft had just ended about an hour ago, but we'll be able to go ahead and get everything going as far as it's concerned here in just a bit. Yeah, if you want to go ahead and email me, we're going to go ahead and be able to go ahead and get you taken care of. All right, CTG, yeah, email me and we'll get something worked out on that. But of course, it is a Lakers Fast Break. Do want to mention, of course, my good friend at Drip Show Shop right there with the Lakers Fast Break right there in the Game Gear, Sega Game Gear actual type formatting for Kobe there. And then, of course, what I got to put up, hopefully I'll have it done by this time tomorrow. Of course, the Luca I've got right here. Say hi to everyone again, Luca. There you go. He's ready for action right there. Full tank, no mercy. Want to go ahead and make sure you've got that right there for you. Because my good friend Drip Show, at Drip Show Shop on Instagram and Twitter, go ahead and follow him. If you've got a plan in mind as far as a hat, t-shirt, canvas art, pillow, or more, if you've got an idea, concept in pop culture or sports, go ahead and reach out to him. Follow him, message him, tell him what you're thinking. He'll let you know if he can do it, and he'll let you know how much it costs, and you'll be having some good artwork, some good Drip Show paraphernalia for your holiday season right there for you at Drip Show Shop on Twitter and Instagram. Yes. Xbox, again, we finished the league already, but CCG, I'm up to doing another league. So if one or more people want to do a league, email me, LakersFastBreak@yahoo.com. I will do one tomorrow. We'll set up one tomorrow, and we'll get into a league together and go from there. if that sounds great to you guys. But I was telling you guys, I was sending you guys notices. I put posts on when we were going to do it. So, but yes, if you want to do a league with me, I will be personally glad to happy to go ahead and do that. Just email me, LakersFastBreak@yahoo.com. Yeah, it's already gone, Xbox. We finished the draft about actually 20 minutes ago. Actually half an hour ago. Yes, it finished. But I will show the results of that here in a minute. In fact, I will show it right now. Before we get into the predictions, and Mark, you should hop on by, man, because some of these are your predictions I'm going to be showing here in a little bit. But first, it is going to be the league right here. That's view full standings. I'm going to go right here, right there. And there we go. Lakers Fast Break, best team. Eric's excellent team. Saw's smart team. Antoine's Allegiance, Euro Heroes, and Nick's Baller team. Of course, Laker Nick. Everybody knows him. He's been on the show quite a few times. Let's go ahead and take a look at Nick's team first. Want to go ahead and make sure, because this is a smaller league. So this was only 7 teams. But, man, you got a lot of good guys that are going to be able to help you out. Jalen Brunson is his point guard. Cam Thomas right there alongside Jalen Williams. Paulo Banchero, Alperen Sengun. Man, that's a good lineup right there. John Morant is his guard. Kevin Durant is his forward. Then his utility players that are still active for him are De'Aaron Fox, Mikal Bridges, and OG Anunoby. He's got to watch De'Aaron Fox and Jalen Williams. If they're not going to start the season or be in the first game, he's got to make sure he's got to change that out with the guys off his bench, which include Norman Powell, John Collins, and Brandon Miller. That's a good lineup. I was telling Nick before we went on the air that I thought the Brandon Miller as the last pick for him, I believe since for him it's the last pick in the entire draft, I think was a really smart move. I picked right before him. I was contemplating whether or not I should get him or get someone else. And I'm kind of regretting my decision, but we'll wait and see. Euros Heroes. Big shout to you. Shout out to US Devon. Luka Doncic. He is the Luka Doncic guy for our league. Josh Giddey, Cooper Flagg. Look at that lineup right there. Franz Wagner, Domantas Sabonis, Austin Reeves, Kristaps Porzingis, Nikola Vucevic, Ivica Zubac. Man, right there. You got 3 7-footers right there. 2 of which can go ahead and get out to the 3, give you some good rebounding. He's got 3 double-digit rebounders once Sabonis gets back in the lineup. Nice. Santi Aldama, who maybe a lot will be writing on as far as for him, as far as what he can do with all the injuries they have in Memphis. Christian Braun, who signed a big contract today. A lot of contracts were signed as far as extensions, rookie extensions are concerned. Christian Braun was one of them. So congratulations to him. Stefan Castle, and he moved Tyler Hero to the IR already. So, but also wanted to go mention Domantas Sabonis. You got to watch out for him because if he's not going to start the season, which he most likely isn't, you got to go ahead and move him out, Esteban, if you get the chance as well. Antoine, great to have you here. Antoine Willis, again, just thankful for your support. Truly appreciate it since you've come on the show. And definitely want to get you back on the show as well. Cade Cunningham, I think that guy's on the verge of being a superstar if he's not already. Dyson Daniels, who also signed an extension right there. He's going to lead the league probably in steals. So right there was a good pickup for steals right there. If he can improve his jump shot and get you 2 3-pointers a game, that might be a really, really good pickup right there. Lauri Markkanen, Jalen Johnson, if he could stay healthy, that might be a really good pickup as well. Of course, he could pick first, so he got Victor Wembanyama, so he's going to go across the board with all of his numbers. Steph Curry was his second pick. I mean, he's going to there you are your 3-pointers. So he's probably taken in steals, free throw shooting, and 3-pointers right there. He's probably set for life right there as far as for this season. Josh Hart, who plays a lot of different positions, so definitely, especially from a rebounding position for guard, really solid there. LaMelo Ball, Alex Sarr, and Kobe White, Reed Shepard, Russell Westbrook, and Jalen Suggs there for you. So, yeah, not bad at all, Antoine. All right. Really, really good right there. Let's see what Saw got here for Saw's smart team. Was it so smart? Starting with SGA. That's a smart move to start off with, backed up by James Harden, I noticed James Harden is ranked like 5 or 6 in a lot of fantasy basketball drafts. But the thing is, he never seemed to get picked 5 or 6. He always seems to drop a little. So that is actually a pretty good value pickup right there when he got him. Desmond Bain, Miles Bridges, Anthony Davis, Tyrese Maxey. There we go. See if I can blow this up a little bit. There we go. Miles Bridges, Tyrese Maxey, Andrew Wiggins, Derek White, Miles Turner. Oh, blocks, 3-pointers. And not too bad. He should be getting a lot of points there as well in Milwaukee because it's basically him and Giannis. Jalen Green, got to make sure you get him out of lineup because he might doesn't look like he's going to start the season. Draymond Green, Jakob Poeltl, and Anthony Simons. Really solid picking right there. Yes, that is some smart team right there. Smart action, smart picks. Eric's excellent team. Eric Kwan, big shout out to you. Donovan Mitchell, Anthony Edwards, Amen Thompson. I really like that backcourt right there. And Amen Thompson, he's going to be lighted up from everything except for threes. So expect a lot of good numbers, plus his versatility. And I think at some point, ESPN is going to add on the point guard designation to him. So if that's the case, he'll be able to go ahead and play in 4 different positions right there in your lineup. So that versatility is really going to come in handy during the course of the season. Pascal Siakam, Nikola Jokic. Oh yeah, that's really good with him and Amen Thompson. Just across the board numbers. Jordan Poole getting you threes. Bam Adebayo. Denny Avia, underrated, very underrated right there. Could get some good numbers for you. Walker Kessler, rebounds and block shots. Kevin Porter Jr., Naz Reid, Jaden McDaniels, and Peyton Pritchard. Very, very solid there, Eric. Nice going. Nice going indeed. And then, of course, best team, best league. Hope all's well, my friend. Darius Garland, Jaylen Brown, LeBron James. The only thing is you got to get Darius Garland, LeBron James, and Kyrie Irving. Those are going to really, I think, pay dividends on the back half of the season, but you got to make sure you have your backups in there are going to be able to go ahead and replace them. Then we've got Giannis. Man, that's really good right there. Joel Embiid, that was the guy. He is only listed right now at 48 as far as on the ESPN fantasy basketball leagues. He's only was the 48, and I was trying to see. I've got him on every other one of my leagues except for this one. So nice going, best on that one. I was really waiting to pick him up with my 4th pick, and you got him first. So nice going there. Again, I said Kyrie Irving, Evan Mobley, which is going to hopefully for Cleveland, hopefully he'll take that next step to even bigger and better numbers. Kawhi Leonard, who's healthy. So that's a great pickup right there. Zion as your utility guy, 27 and 7 right there, and 5 assists. That's not too shabby. That's what he's expected if he stays on the court. Then you've got Paul George, Jimmy Butler, and Brandon Ingram. Really, really good best. Just make sure you get those guys off your lineup before the season starts, because you don't want them detracting from your team. So you got to make sure they earn points. So if they're not in the lineup, or if they're out in real life, got to make sure you get them out of your lineup and put your bench players in there. You got some good bench players too to go ahead and do that. So here's mine. Like Nick and I, we're on the back end of the draft, 7-8, and it snakes. So my first pick was Trae Young, which is going to give me a lot of points and assists. Devin Booker also pretty good on the assists, plus obviously a lot of points and 3-pointers for both him and Trae Young. Trey Murphy, the third. Hopefully he will be that big scorer this year, and obviously the team will look at him a lot if, of course, Zion is going to be out of the lineup. Chet Holmgren, I thought for rebounds, pretty decent points, but also block shots and the fact he shoots threes. Karl Anthony Town, for him, it's obviously points, rebounds, and threes for him. Jamal Murray, he was there, but 6th or 7th round, and he was still out there, so I thought I'd pick him up as far as someone who can give me some points and decent assists. Scotty Barnes, again, a player, maybe not as highly thought of as Amen Thompson, but someone who plays a multitude of different positions and can get you stuff across the board. So I picked him up later in the draft. I thought that was really good. Jaren Jackson Jr., points, blocks, and 3-pointers. I thought that was really a benefit later in the draft as well. Zach LaVine, points and 3-pointers there. Plus, he's a pretty good shooter overall. MPJ I picked up later in the draft. So I'm thinking the 19 points a game might be a little low because if Cameron Thomas is not going to play up to his level, or they decide to play some of the rookies, he's going to get a lot of playing time, of course, MPJ, and I think he's going to get a lot of numbers if he stays out there in the lineup. Jared Allen, unless they start to tank, well, that could be a different story. Jared Allen is my backup center, 14 and 10 every time out, so that's not too shabby, and some block shots as well. Shaden Sharp, I'm hoping he'll, with that nice fat contract he just got, will allow him to get to that next level. And RJ Barrett, someone who is also plays 3 different positions according to ESPN, and gets you some decent stuff across the board as well. 21, 6, and 5. I'll take that as my last guy off the bench. Yes. Although, again, the Brandon Miller is kind of toggling on him as well. So there you have it. There's our league for now. But if you do want to do a fantasy basketball league with me, give me a shout out. LakersFastBreak@yahoo.com. CCG03. There you go. Nick T, where's my manager? What's going on, my friend? Great to have you here. Sorry, I was looking at another tab. I was reading our ESPN fantasy basketball results. We just happened just within the hour. So yeah, if you're interested in doing another fantasy basketball league with me, go ahead and hit me up. LakersFastBreak@yahoo.com. I'll be glad to line up something with you. And the advance for these leagues don't seem to be super quick, so we should have plenty of time to coordinate either late tonight or after the show tonight, or during the day tomorrow on a block of time. And plus, I downloaded the ESPN Fantasy app on my phone, so I can do it from my phone as well. So yeah, there you go. Absolutely. So great to have you here. But this is our annual predictions and picks for the Los Angeles Lakers and the rest of the NBA. So I'm going to go ahead and get that lined up for you guys in a second here. I will read off as I go ahead and take care of that call. I will read off the names and their picks for what's going to go on here with the predictions for this year from most of us that on the show, either in the chat or in the as far as hosting the show, indeed. So I do want to hear your thoughts as I read them off. Who do you like? Whose picks do you like? Whose picks do you not like? And why? But yes, Joe, you know what it is. I sent you a link for it. So don't claim ignorance. Well, actually, it is Joe. So ignorance is part of who he is. So, anyways, again, it is our annual prediction show. Thank you again for joining us. It is Gerald Glassford. Truly appreciate you joining us. Again, I sent the link out. So if you guys want to hop on to the show, you're more than welcome to. Don't forget Drip Show at Drip Show Shop on the Instagram or Twitter. Our good friends, the Lakerholics crew, Lakerholics.com. Joe, who is going to be a very happy man, hopefully, with the 4 more games by the Dodgers. If that's the case, that's going to be starting up here later this week as far as that's concerned. So that's going to be something where, as far as if you can, go ahead and check out the Joe Soro experiment right there. And then, of course, the Joe Soro experiment on playback.tv. And last but not least, speaking of playback.tv, playback.tv/Lakers Fast Break. Truly join us if you want to be a part of what's going on as far as the action is concerned tomorrow night. Either that or the games on NBC, but you can join us playback.tv/Lakers Fast Break. And if you're one of the 20 people that's there, I got 20 VIPs I give out each and every time out, that you can see what we're watching, or just go ahead and head to NBC and we'll be able to take care of it from there. So yes, absolutely indeed. Yep. I know Game 7 of it in the ALCS is it. Yep, I know what's going on right now, but I don't really care right now. My league's already done for fantasy football, so and I was very victorious in virtually all of them. And doesn't matter who the Dodgers face as far as the Toronto Blue Jays or what's going to go on with the Mariners. Mariners looks like mid-7th right there. Mariners 3-1. Looks like it could be a West Coast World Series. Who knows? Eric, I did get a chance to read out your picks. Very good picks, my friend, as far as the draft is concerned. Thank you again for being a part of the fantasy basketball draft. But truly appreciate it. But I wanted to get this in because I want to make sure that we take care of you on our predictions for this year. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and start posting them right now. Let me go ahead and blow it up for you guys a little bit right here on the Lakers Fast Break YouTube page. We're going to start off with the first guy who turned his picks in, and that was the inimitable, the man who gave Jamie Sweet the finger on our live on a Lakerholic show last month, and that was Laker Tom. Laker Tom, as you know him, as far as the crazy trades and all that, but we thought we'd go ahead and start off with his picks in the Eastern Conference. As far as you see there, 1 through 15, and they're listed right there for you. Cavaliers are the number 1 team in his Eastern Conference picks. The Knicks, Magic, followed by the Hawks in 4th place. The Detroit Pistons in 5th. Milwaukee in 6th. The Heat, Miami in 7th. The Pacers, Vari's team in 8th. Philadelphia 76ers in 9th. The Chicago Bulls in 10th. The Toronto Raptors for Laker Tom is 11th. Boston Celtics is 12th. The Brooklyn Nets is 13th. Charlotte Hornets is 14th. And the Washington Wizards is 15th. And it was Western Conference. He has the Oklahoma City Thunder, no surprise there, winning as far as the regular season, Western Conference. He has the Denver Nuggets. And then in 3rd place, it is Luka and the Lakers for him, followed by the Houston Rockets, the Portland Trailblazers. I think that's going to be the one that is a little bit eye-opening right there. The Portland Trailblazers is his number 5 pick, followed by the Minnesota Timberwolves, the Dallas Mavericks, the San Antonio Spurs, the Golden State Warriors at number 9. That's a little bit eye-opening as well. The Memphis Grizzlies at 10th. The Los Angeles Clippers at number 11. Wow, that's pretty low there for the Clippers. Followed by the New Orleans Pelicans at number 12. Sacramento Kings at number 13. The Phoenix Suns at 14th, and the Utah Jazz at 15th. That's not too much of a surprise. Phoenix being 14th, I know a lot of people probably won't in Phoenix don't like to hear that. His NBA Finals teams is the Lakers versus the Cavs, and he says the Lakers, of course, will win the NBA championship. And then Luka Doncic, of course, because of that, is probably going to be having an MVP-like season. He says J.J. Redick will be Coach of the Year. Oh, no bias there. No Laker bias at all in these picks at all. Coach of the Year, J.J. Redick. Rookie of the Year, Cooper Flagg. And Defensive Player of the Year, Victor Wembanyama. Those last two picks are not too surprising coming from Laker Tom. Actually, those are pretty solid because you're probably going to hear those names for those last 2 Rookie of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year quite a bit. Laker Tom wrote that one. I wrote that one there for you, Eric. Absolutely. Mission 24, what's up? Yes, the one that surprised me was Portland. He has them at 5th place in the Western Conference. I got to ask him next time I talk to him about why he thought they would be placed so high. Indeed. But I will say, though, it is Gerald Glassford. Thanks again for joining us right here at the Lakers Fast Break. Just want to mention again, this is our NBA prediction show. It is, of course, Gerald Glassford. Truly appreciate it. Up next is our good friend, a man who's been working hard out there. And I know I would like to get him back on the show as soon as I can. But I know he's very busy with a lot of stuff in his life. And that is Stone Hansen. But he did get some time to go ahead and send in his picks for this season. And the Eastern Conference, you're going to see this quite a bit. This Cavaliers number 1, Knicks number 2. You're going to see both those teams at a lot of lists here at the top of a lot of lists for the Eastern Conference. I don't think that comes as any surprise. He likes Atlanta. Stone likes Atlanta Hawks at number 3. The Detroit Pistons at number 4. The Orlando Magic at number 5. The Boston Celtics at number 6. The Miami Heat at number 7. The Philadelphia 76ers at number 8. Man, the only thing is with the Philadelphia 76ers, be careful where you pick them because it can go wrong like it did last year. And I got burned by them last year. I picked them very high and I got burned by them last year. But Joel Embiid is, I guess, going to be playing when the start of the season. I think he played in the last preseason game for the Philadelphia 76ers. So just keep an eye on that. Just keep an eye on that in case they might be better than a lot of people are predicting. But I think they're just like me, tired of getting burned by the Philadelphia 76ers. Milwaukee and Giannis is number 9. The Raptors at 10 for Stone Hansen. Indiana Pacers is 11. The Chicago Bulls 12th. The Charlotte Hornets 13th. The Washington Wizards 14th. And the Brooklyn Nets 15th. In the Western Conference for Stone Hansen, we have the Thunder. No surprise there. The Rockets at number 2. Going to say that the Fred VanVleet injury does not affect them, and they finished number 2. Denver Nuggets number 3. Laker Tom and Stone don't see the eye to eye on the Clippers because Stone sees the Clippers at number 4, the Lakers at number 5, the Spurs at number 6, the Timberwolves at 7th, the Warriors at 8th, the Grizzlies at 9th, the Dallas Mavericks in 10th, the Phoenix Suns in 11th, Kings in 12th, the Blazers 13th, the 14th are the New Orleans Pelicans, the 15th are the Utah Jazz. Stone Hansen has the Thunder in 5 over the Cavaliers. His MVP is Nikola Jokic. That's really not going out of the way. That's a really solid pick and a solid choice. The odds are pretty much in favor right now of Jokic, SGA, or Luka. Coach of the Year is Quinn Snyder out of Atlanta. Rookie of the Year is Cooper Flagg. Defensive Player of the Year is Victor Wembanyama. Not too much of a surprise there, everyone, on that one. So, again, great to have you guys here. And here is my good friend. Indeed, it is. I'm going to go hide this on the screen. It is, of course, my good friend, Mr. Legend. Legend, great to have you here. We haven't gotten to your picks yet. I did say, I know you. I don't think you couldn't make the fantasy basketball, correct?
Nope, I couldn't make that one.
That's okay. I'll tell you what. CCG is asking if I want to do another fantasy basketball league. So if you guys are interested, I can always go ahead. I know CCGs and I know your emails. I will put out a feeler for tomorrow. We could join a random league, and tomorrow we'll do that tomorrow if you guys like. So if you're interested. So there you go, indeed. So I just shouted out Laker Tom's and Stone Hansen's picks for the Eastern and Western Conference. I just wanted to mention that I think the one eye-opening thing that I saw from Laker Tom's was the Clippers at 11th and the Portland Trailblazers at 5th. For Stone Hansen, the eye-opening one, I think a lot of people could say would be the Rockets at number 2, although that's not too eye-opening because Amen Thompson, I just think with the Fred VanVleet, some people may have dropped them down a little bit, but I think that's might be a little bit eye-opening to people, but also that he has your Hawks in the top 3 as well. So,
It's wrong.
Very
Look.
Yep, very interesting indeed, my friend. So let's get back to the picks right here. I'm gonna have you share your thoughts as we go along. Magic Man is up next. The Magic Man, Sean Grice. Truly appreciate him sending in his picks along with everybody else that did. In East, he has the Cavaliers, number 1. The Magic, Orlando Magic, our good friend Alfred Esmond is going to be really happy about that one as far as that's concerned. So, because he's a big Orlando Magic supporter, and right behind are your Atlanta Hawks with Sean Grice. The Knicks are 4th. Oh, I got to ask him why he thinks the Knicks are relatively dropping in his eyes, because you got to remember they have essentially the same team. It's just the coach that changed in this equation. So I got to ask him why he thinks that. The Pistons are next at 5th for Magic Man. Then the Pacers, the Bucks, the Heat, the Bulls, the Sixers, the Raptors, the Hornets, the Nets. He had the Hornets again. I think he meant another team. I'll go ahead and figure out which one that is. And then the Wizards, as far as it's concerned. Let me go ahead and see which team he was missing. Was it the Pacers? Yeah, no, not the Pacers. So I got to figure out which one he was missing. Let me go ahead and look that up. Which one is he missing, do you think? Off the top of my head. He's got Miami. He's got Washington. He's got Miami, Washington, Cleveland, Detroit, Indiana, Brooklyn, Boston. Did he forget Boston?
I think Boston the one that you're missing.
Oh, okay. I would think he'd think I'm around 12th. So I'm going to go ahead and speak for Magic Man on that because I think the Hornets probably not high in his eyes. So I'll probably put them at 12th right there for you. And then the West for Magic Man, we're going to go Rockets, Thunder. Wow, he has the Rockets #1 there, legend. Wow, very interesting. I got to ask him on that one too.
Huh?
The Thunder, the Nuggets, yeah, the Wolves, the Lakers in 5th, Mavs in 6th, Golden State 7th, Grizzlies. Wow, another one like Laker Tom, the Clippers in 9th. Wow. Sacramento Kings, the San Antonio Spurs, the Utah Jazz at 12th, the Phoenix Suns, the Blazers. Wow, the Blazers are 14th in his eyes. Oh, man. I got to get Sean on to go ahead and talk about some of these. New Orleans Pelicans at number 15. He's got the Rockets and the Hawks as the finalists. Wow, how about that? He's got the Rockets winning in 7 games over your Hawks, which would probably break your heart. Getting so close, getting so close to the pot of gold, and snapshot on you. Nikola Jokic is his MVP. Rookie of the Year is Cooper Flagg. Coach of the Year is Ime Udoka. And Defensive Player of the Year is Victor Wembanyama. I have a feeling that the Rookie of the Year, the Defensive Player of the Year, are almost going to be universal on that. Yeah. But your thoughts on Magic Man's picks here. Wanted to go ahead and we'll just get us off the screen. But very interesting picks by Magic Man on where he plays some of those teams. What would you? I mean, we haven't gotten to your and my picks yet, but when you're thinking the Hawks in the finals, what exactly has to go right for the Atlanta Hawks to be at that level? I'm just going to adjust my seat and I'll listen in.
For us to get to the finals, it's pretty much going to be straight to the point. We got to have Celtics to be as bad as we think they're going to be. Pacers not in the way. We're gonna need the Cavaliers to explode on themselves again. Either have an injury going to end up happening, or something is going to go wrong with that team otherwise. We're going to need the Knicks to do Knick things. We're going to need them to still be trying to figure it out, end up falling apart along the path, or end up getting struck by some injuries. And then last but not least, we got to be healthy. Our squad got to come together. Trae Young got to put up some numbers. We need our bench to be what we need them to be. We got to be on lock. If we can at least be a top 5 team, the path is there. Boston's not in the way. Pacers not in the way. Don't got to worry about Milwaukee. Milwaukee got too many issues. Giannis is the only way out the door. They already know that. Don't be surprised if you get traded by trade deadline. Only 2 teams to worry about. That is Knicks, Cavaliers. That's it. That is all that is in the way. Cavs, they're young. They can end up blowing themselves up. The Knicks, I expect us to face the Knicks in the Eastern Conference Finals. That's who I expect to face. In order to beat them, I'm more looking for chemistry to become an issue. Because they're still going to try to figure things out. New coach, new system, couple of new pieces. And then we also see, can they stay healthy just like us? Can you stay healthy? That's going to be the path to the finals. And then we're going to go knock out Kevin Durant and the Rockets. We're going to get that championship back to Atlanta.
I definitely got to get Sean back on the show, hopefully, to go ahead and discuss those picks because they're quite eye-opening. to say the least, and Laker Tom as well. We're going to get him back on the show as well. But heading into Magic Man dabbles in the M24. Nice one indeed. M24, did I get your picks in, man? You can still tell you what, guys out there. If you didn't turn them in tonight, just you're welcome to turn them in. Lakers Fast Break at yahoo.com, and I'll read it on the air tomorrow night during the post game for the Lakers, which again, it's only game one, so really the season just started. So if you have predictions on the NBA 1 through 15 for the Eastern and Western Conference, plus your finals predictions, your coach of the year, rookie of the year, MVP, and defensive player of the year, although rookie of the year, defensive player of the year, if you say Cooper Flag and Wemby, that's pretty much the synopsis on that one. Yeah, just send it to me, Lakers Fast Break at yahoo.com. Tufso said, wow, Magic Man's going with the Rockets. They are stacked. I think they win the division as well. They are. It all depends with Houston. How much do you value the loss of Van Vliet? Do you see the loss of Van Vliet as hurting their continuity and chemistry and a solid playmaker? Or do you see this as the advantage now to play Reed Shepherd and, of course, give Amen Thompson a higher usage and the ball more often? So, you're looking at it both ways on that.
If Thompson losses, what could happen? That could be determined.
Exactly. 100%, my friend. Martin says if KP and two other guys can be healthy for the Hawks, they're going to be a tough defensive team. He had them top 4 in the East. You should send me a list. Send me your list, Martin. Send me your list. Lakers Fast Break at yahoo.com.
I'll be out of Hawks game, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. I would love to. Yeah, I'll read them off on tomorrow night's show if you guys do that. And again, if you guys are interested in fantasy basketball, just let me know. Lakers Fast Break at yahoo.com as well. All right, so let's get back into it with Laker Nick, my good friend Laker Nick, who I was just talking about. He was in the draft with me. He's got a really good team, and that's the thing. When you only have 7 teams in your league, you load them up. So everybody has a loaded team right there for the chance in our league. But looking forward to that season with the Fantasy Basketball League, and then if Legend and yeah, there you go. So Laker Nick, right there. Here we go. He kind of put the cat out of the bag on that one. So he's got the Cavaliers at number 1. Laker Nick does. The Magic, Legend, is at number 2.
That's a surprise on that one.
I know Albert will be happy once again. His Magic. All right, there you go. Alfred will be a very happy guy. Alfred Esmond. The Knicks at number 3. The Hawks, your team at number 4. I haven't seen them lower than number 4 on any of the lists so far. Milwaukee Bucks at number 5. Detroit Pistons number 6. Number 7 for Laker Nick is the Miami Heat. The Pacers, sorry, Vari, are number 8. Number 9 is the Celtics. The 10th is the Chicago Bulls. 11th is the Toronto Raptors. 12th is the Philadelphia 76ers. 13th is the Hornets. 14th is Brooklyn. And 15th is the Wizards. In the Western Conference for Laker Nick, Legend. Yeah. I don't know that, again, the 76ers, as I said earlier before you came on, buyer beware.
I noticed that too.
If you put them too high, they'll burn you. But if you put them too low, they may burn you as well.
They burned me last year.
But Joel Embiid is playing once again. How long? How many games? Who knows? But again, if he has a healthy season where he plays 55 to 65 games, they may be a lot higher than 12th. I'll just leave it at that. But Laker next Western Conference. Thunder at number 1, the Nuggets number 2, the Rockets number 3. He has the Lakers at number 4, the Mavericks with their beefy front line at number 5, Timberwolves at number 6, the Warriors at number 7, the Clippers again. Wow, a lot of our guys. I understand, Legend. We all as Lakers fans loathe the Clippers, but I hope none of their. And I've seen this already when Laker Tom put them at 11th, when you have this angst against the Clippers so much because, or the Clippers going to clip, Clips going to clip, et cetera, that it might come into play as far as the bias against the Clippers.
That's
I
what I was
don't know
about to say.
I don't know for sure, but
they one of my sleepers. Honestly, they're one of my sleepers that can shock the world.
Maybe. But the Clippers are at number 8 for Laker Nick. Spurs is his 9th place team. The Grizzlies at 10th. The Portland Trailblazers 11th. Sacramento Kings is 12th. The Pelicans number 13. The Suns 14th, and the Jazz is 15th. It was funny because did somebody put the Jazz in 12th? I think that's what was said in the chat. I think I did mention the Jazz earlier. Somebody put the Jazz 12th. And I'm like, if you think the Jazz are going to be anywhere other than 15th, that might be the biggest stretch of all right there. But
that's number one draft pick next year.
Yeah, exactly. That's what they're shooting for. They're saying they're not tanking though, but we see you. We see you, Ainges in Utah.
We see you, Danny Ainge.
There you go. And his son. NBA Finals team's winner is the Rockets of the Cavaliers. Again, another Rockets winner. He has the Rockets over the Cavaliers. Luka Doncic is the MVP. Coach of the Year is Ime Udoka. That's the second Coach of the Year vote already. Rookie, and stop me if you've heard this before, Legend. Cooper Flag for Rookie of the Year and Victor Wembanyama for Defensive Player of the Year. Yeah, it's unanimous. But here we come to your picks, my friend. And once again, it is the Lakers Fast Break. It is, of course, Gerald Glassford along with Legend right here for you from I Got Next Sports Media. Please go ahead and like and subscribe. We're going into Legend's picks now, guys. All right, and so here we go. Legend, Eastern Conference. Here we go. And if you want to go ahead and take over on this as you read them on down, and your reasoning and your thought process behind it, let us know. Let us know out there, my friend. You take over.
All right, for number 1 for the East, I'm going to go with the Cavs. I think the Cavs is going to do what they did last year. They're going to win 60-plus games. They're going to do their thing. Cavs number 1. I'm going to put the Knicks at number 2. I think the Knicks going to be a really solid team. They're going to show some growth from last year. Number 3, I'm putting my Atlanta Hawks. My Hawks are here. They made the moves, had one of the best off seasons I have seen in a long time. They're showing that win now mode is coming into play. So I'm putting them at 3. I'm going to go Orlando at 4. I think the Magic's going to be better than what a lot of people think. So I got them being much improved. I'm putting the Pistons at number 5. Pistons are here. Pistons are not the same Pistons you've seen the last couple of years. They're here. They're going to show you this season. I'm going to put the Bucks at 6 just because they got Giannis Antetokounmpo. I think Giannis is good enough to at least get you the 6th seed. They're not going to go further in the first round, but they're going to at least get you the 6th seed. I'm going to go with Boston at 7. I think Jaylen Brown is good enough to at least get you 7. I think he can at least get that team to the 7 mark. 76, so they might burn me on this one like they did last season, but Joel Embiid, Paul George, I mean, come on, man. You got to at least give me 8 seed. Like, come on. You should at least be good to get 8 seed. Then going all the way down, I got the Heat at 9, Bulls at 10, 11 Raptors, 12 Pacers, Wizards at 13, and I got the 14 Nets. And I think I forgot somebody. Can't think of who I forgot. But that's what I would pretty much go with, though. For my list-wise. I think that would be the right teams for the play-in wise, and I didn't think Pacers going to fall off.
Where would you put the Hornets? Because that's who you missed.
That's who I missed, the Hornets. I would put the Hornets probably in front of the Wizards and Nets. I will either put
okay, so I will put them 13th for you. 13th is the Hornets. The Wizards are next at 14th, and then the Wizards are 15th. And by the way, we'll be saving these for posterity and going back to it at the end of the season, hopefully, if I remember. So I have all these picks here.
Y'all remember?
All right, my friend.
This.
Yes, exactly. 76. Trust me, my friend. My Philadelphia 76ers pick is not that far off from yours. I'll leave it at that for now. But Western Conference, who do you got, and how did you come to those arrangements, my friend?
All right. Started off, I got the Thunders at number 1 once again. I think the Thunders are just going to be the best team in the West once more. That youth is not going anywhere. You can no longer say them boys don't know how to win because they do. They've been there. They've done it. And what makes them more dangerous to me, outside of what they got on the court, is the fact they have the assets to go get better if they want to. Let me tell you guys how scary that Thunder team is. All them draft picks that's sitting over there, all that asset on that court. If they really wanted to go get Giannis Antetokounmpo, they can do it with no problem. They can outbid every last one of your favorite teams with no problem. You can't compete with them. That's why I say the Thunder's are number one. They are set up to do just about anything and be perfect. Number two, I'm gonna go with the Nuggets. I love the Nuggets off season what they had for Jokic. They finally got Jokic a bid to come off the bench. They finally got a way that he can come off the court. They won't have issues of scoring. Nuggets gonna be a lot better this year. I like where the Nuggets are at. Rockets love the pickup of Kevin Durant. They needed a man you can go to at the end of the games. They got that part. You still got a lot of your defense. The loss of Fred VanVleet is the reason why I dropped him to number 3. But I think Thompson's gonna be a good step up. This is gonna allow Thompson and a lot of them other younger players to step in and grow. So the Rockets team is still gonna be really good regardless of that injury. I'm gonna still stick with the Wolves at number 4. I think the Wolves will still be right in the mix, even though they lost and all. I'm looking for Anthony Edwards to go to the next level this year. He just took a hard loss this past season, and I'm thinking he's gonna come back better than ever. And we're gonna see what a lot of other role players come back better too. And I got my Warriors at number 5. I think my Warriors gonna be like right in the midst of the West. I think that the Golden State Warriors are gonna use that knowledge and that experience to keep them going with these younger teams. Still a little iffy about that being that age and not for sure can they stay healthy. But if they can manage to stay healthy, they're gonna be in the mix. And then I might could begin to understand why so many people have this team winning 50 plus, but we'll see. I'm gonna go with the Lakers at number 6. I think the Lakers and Warriors can really be flip-flopped, honestly. Lakers can be 5 and the Warriors can be 6. I think the Warriors and Lakers are gonna be 5 and 6. That's what I think they're gonna meant to be. I think the Lakers gonna be 6 only because I'm thinking this is gonna be the year LeBron gonna miss a lot of time. I'm looking for the injury to start knick-knacking, and that's why I'm thinking this will be Luka MVP year, because he's gonna have to step up and carry a Laker team that will not have a lot of LeBron James action. And a lot of them new younger players, I think he's gonna take a little growing pain for some of them. I think Dalton gonna be moved. I think Dalton he's done in LA. He's done. Time to get him out of it. Next, I'm gonna go with the Clippers at number 7. Clippers is the sleeper team. I think the Clippers, just like my Warriors, I call them the Olden Lippers, because they're old, just like the Golden State Warriors.
Olden colonies, if you remember.
True. Very, very true. And I think the Clippers will be number 7 just because of it's just like the Warriors. It's the old part. A lot of great names look good on paper, but can they stay healthy? But that's my sleeper. They can end up easily being in that top 5 and up. So we'll see what happens there. Number 8, Mavericks. I like Cooper Flag. I like that Kyrie's going to be back. I like AD. That's a really good team. Truth be told, if that team was healthy last year, that would have been a dangerous team in the playoff. Everybody's healthy now. So we're going to have a chance to see what a healthy Mavericks team looks like. And it's time for that organization to try to move forward from probably doing one of the dumbest trades we've seen in history. The Spurs.
Well, they're in the mix. Well, I think if they're in the mix, and when Kyrie gets back in February, let's just say February, then obviously with that front line, if they're healthy, that they're going to be a tough team. And especially by then, Flag will have like 3-4 months of seasoning. Yep. That should make them pretty tough near the end of the season. I agree with you there.
And then I'm going to say with Spurs at number 9. I think Spurs this year going to be fighting to play in for a playoff spot. I think Victor Wembanyama just continues just getting better and better and better. Look at the man in preseason. He don't look that skinny as he was before. He don't come in a little more built with muscle. His game look like he's already took another level. He looks better than ever. As Gerald just said yesterday on the podcast, if they can get just a little more shooting, my God, they got it going on in San Antonio. Spurs are coming. So I think this is going to be the first year the Spurs are going to be playing for a playoff spot.
I'll tell you what, if they're in the top 8 or if they're in the top 6 by the end of the season, Legend, that's because of Victor Wembanyama, and he is in the top 5 voting for the MVP. I'll just leave it at that. But before we continue, Martin has a question for you. If it is Luka's MVP year, as you talked about, does could that mean a possibility of the Lakers moving up into the top 3?
I think it's a very good possibility of him getting to the top 3. 1 and 2, I'm going to say I think that's not happening. I think 1 and 2, that's
I just think you're just
But
saying that because of LeBron James's injury, that's holding you back from putting him there, but it won't surprise you if that's the case.
gotcha. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if they did. I wouldn't be surprised. Luka can put up them historic numbers, especially we finna see what in shape Luka look like. Out of shape Luka putting up crazy numbers, so in shape should take it to another level. So I can definitely see it happening.
Best League, before we continue, on your fantasy basketball team, you've got 3 guys that are out of the lineup right now. Good picks, by the way. You had some very good picks, especially in the back half of the season, because you got Kyrie, LeBron. Those guys get healthy in the back end of the season, you're going to be looking better probably than any team in the league. But make sure you bench those guys at the beginning of the season and utilize your bench players, because those guys won't get you any points right now when they're out of the lineup. So just wanted to make sure best right now, because you got them listed as starters, so you got to take them out of the lineup and put your bench guys in there. So I wanted to give you a heads up on that best, because I want everybody to have a fair shake during the course of the season, and want to make sure everybody knows that. So yeah, no worries, best. Just want to make sure you know. Go ahead, my friend. Continue. Number 10 for you.
Number 10, I got the Grizzlies. I think Ja and them going to take a little slide back as they're still trying to figure things out within that organization. I think Ja got to change his game some. You got to stay healthy, man. So you got to try to learn how to be effective without relying so heavily on the athleticism to make a difference. And we need to see Triple J take your game to the next level too. So we need to see that team overall grow a little bit more. I've got the Pelicans at number 11. I think Zion's going to be much better this year. I actually think he's going to be healthier, and we're going to see him playing more. But unfortunately, this don't got the world greatest supporting cast around you. So I just don't expect that much from the Pelicans. So I got them being 11. I got the Kings at being number 12. I think the Kings going to be in the spot as well, where they're going to be competitive for a little, trying to get that play-in spot. But I just don't expect that much from them. Just not with the overall roster they got, even if they bring in Russell in with the cats that they already got on that team. So I'm just going to say, even with Sabonis and all them together, I say like a 12-man team. They'll be 12. Then 13 going to be the Suns. Suns going through the rebuilding mode. Devin Booker going to still put up good numbers, but you just don't expect much with the roster that's surrounding Devin Booker. So I think 13 going to be definitely the spot for them. 14, the Blazers. To me, Blazers are still trying to figure themselves out. Are they going to try to go into win now mode or rebuilding mode? They kind of in the middle because they did some weird things this summer, but still figuring things out. Young team. That's what I think they would be at. And number 15, the Utah Jazz. They just going to be playing and trying to get them ping pong balls next season. So they just going to be playing. NBA Finals, I got Rockets versus Hawks. And unfortunately, I got to pick the Rockets.
So you are the second individual to have Rockets versus Hawks, and you're also the second individual that has the Houston Rockets in that matchup to be the winner.
Yeah, that hurts me to say that too. But I think that's what will end up most likely happening. Because history been showing a new champion is every season. So I don't think the Thunder will repeat, but maybe they'll be the one to break that cycle. MVP, I want to change the MVP to Luka. I think Luka will be the MVP on this one. I think Luka will be MVP just because of the lack of LeBron not being available.
You put Jokic in there.
So, yeah, I put him there, so I thought about it a little bit more.
So you want Luka in there. Okay.
I want Luka in there.
Okay. You got it. So I'll change it to Luka. Cooper Flagg is your rookie of the year. What a shocker. Defensive player of the year, Wemby. What a shocker. I think we have not seen any deviation for those two yet. And you're the third person, I think, that's put Ime Udoka as far as.
I think he's gonna get that. I think that's gonna be a lot. I think he's gonna get it. If the Rockets do what we expect them to do, coach of the year, that's over. That's gonna be a lot. That's a wrap.
That's a really solid choice, especially if the Amen Thompson works out really well as hoped right there in Houston. Courtside Lakers, please go ahead and follow him, Courtside Lakers, aka Henry, on Instagram. East, he has your Atlanta Hawks. Wow. Eye opening there. I know that legend, you like that. Cleveland Cavaliers, the Orlando Magic as number 3, according to Henry. Courtside Lakers. Knicks at number 4. Pistons at number 5. The Bucks at number 6. Pacers at number 7. Miami Heat at number 8. Chicago Bulls at number 9. The Philadelphia 76ers at number 10. The Raptors are 11th. The Hornets 12th. The Nets are 13th. The Hornets are 14th. And the Wizards are 15th as far as the East for Courtside Lakers, a.k.a. Henry. Truly appreciate him dropping these predictions for us. Starting in the West, he has the Nuggets at number 1. The Lakers are number 2 for him in the Western Conference. The Rockets, number 3. This is the big surprise, guys. The Oklahoma City Thunder at number 4.
That is interesting on that one.
I got to talk to Henry about that one.
I got to hear about this fight till look.
Yeah, exactly. The Wolves at number 5. The Warriors at number 6. The Dallas Mavs at number 7. The Spurs at 8th. The Clippers are 9th. The Grizzlies are 10th. Man, another low Clippers pick there for you. Wow. All right. The
Jazz at 12.
The Jazz at 12th. There's another Jazz at 12th. Wow. 2 Jazzes at 12th. Wow, that's interesting. That's
off that Jazz bandwagon.
Almost as surprising as the Thunder legend at number 4. There you go. Then he has the Suns, the Blazers, and the Pelicans. Once again, the Grizzlies, Kings, Jazz, Suns, Blazers, and Pelicans at number 15. His finals are Cavs versus the Thunder, which is weird because he has OKC at number 4, yet he has them in the finals.
That would be a really big win for the Cavs if they would have do that, though. That would be huge.
Yeah. Well, he does have the Cavs winning. I got to ask him how he came to that. Luka's the MVP. Stop me if you heard this before. Defensive Player of the Year is Wemby. Rookie of the Year is Flag. Coach of the Year is Quinn Snyder of your Atlanta Hawks, my friend.
I wouldn't complain with that.
There you go, indeed. Almost 1 hour in. It is our annual Lakers and NBA prediction special. So truly appreciate you joining us. Henry is high as usual. Xbox. That's funny. All right. Hey, Mark. Okay. Best just wishing you well, Xbox. There you go. Indeed. John Costa, my good friend from Clutch Talk and Lakers Corner. He was out and about, so he could not make it tonight, but he will be here for the start of the season. He has already told his significant other, his fiance, his brand new fiance, that he's got to be there for the post games for us. Just a little note for you guys. He's going to be here for parts of the I guess I should say the opening part of the show, probably the first half hour, 45 minutes, but then he has to do his recaps. He said this year his recaps will be a little bit more detailed, so it'll take a little bit more time. He'll try to jump back on, but expect him mostly on the front end of our post games going forward. Just wanted to give you guys a heads up on that. John Costa comes in though with East. He's got the Cavs at the top of the East. The Orlando Magic. Alfred Esmond will like that at number 2. Atlanta Hawks at number 3. The New York Knicks at number 4. The Pistons at number 5. John Costa has the Pacers. Vari, you like that? That are still in the mix at number 6. Milwaukee Bucks at number 7. The Heat at 8th. The Bulls at 9th. The Sixers are in 10th. I know Xbox is somewhere probably getting angry in the chat. Where, though, as far as that, anytime the Pacers are high because they're Vari's team, he's going to get mad at that. But the Sixers at 10th, the Raptors at 11th, the Hornets 12th, the Nets 13th. He picked the Hornets twice. The Wizards, okay. So
he must have got Boston.
Boston, okay. So let's go ahead and pick for him on Boston. Yeah. I'll say he has the Celtics 12th. It's funny how that's the second time the Hornets got Celtics, Nets, then the Hornets, and then the Wizards right there for you. So there's his East. The West are the Denver Nuggets. Oh, another Denver Nuggets team at the top of the Western Conference pick. OKC is second. The Rockets third. The Wolves fourth. The Lakers 5th. That's why I'm
Ooh,
seeing most of the picks are in that 4, 5, 6 range. So
that number 6 is interesting.
Dallas Mavericks at number 6.
That is
Golden
interesting.
State is number 7. Grizzlies at number 8.
Clippers.
Spurs are number 9. And by the way, Matt, I want to ask you this, Legend. Make sure you remember if there's a pick that really stood out for you. I want to ask you at the end what you think that pick was, whether it's good or you totally disagree, or just if there's a pick by one of the guys, just let me know what that is at the end of the show.
Okay.
So again, he has the Mavs at 6. That's for John Costa. Golden State at 7th. The Grizzlies at 8th. The Spurs at 9th for John Costa. The Clippers, another low Clippers pick at number 10. The Sacramento Kings at number 11. The Jazz at 12. Wow, Jazz at 12th again. Man, that's 3.
That's a little. Hey,
That's
they're on the Jazz bandwagon, huh?
I'm kind of surprised. The Suns at 13th. The Blazers at 14th, and the Pelicans are last in the Western Conference. The MVP is Luka. So a lot of love for Luka by our guys so far. Coach of the year is JJ Redick. Second coach of the year pick for so far. Rookie of the year is Cooper Flagg. The finals teams are the Nuggets and the Cavs, and the winner is the Nuggets. I would assume his defensive player of the year would be Wemby. So we'll just go ahead and put that for him. I'll put that in there for him. I would say he's probably going to go ahead and say Wembanyama because Wembanyama. There we go. All right. Sean Rutledge, aka No Joker. Truly appreciate No Joker going ahead and making his picks in here. He has in the West. It's an abbreviated one. This is the only abbreviated one out there for us. But I appreciated him sending in his abbreviated picks. Denver versus Mavericks. And he thinks the Mavericks will take it all, Legend, as far as that's concerned,
Ooh,
as far as in the West. So the Mavericks are coming out of the West against Denver. East is the Knicks and Atlanta. He has the Knicks. And his world champion is the Mavs over the Knicks. Okay. Well, I know he was saying that in the chat in recent days, so that shouldn't be too surprising for a lot of people out there. But he is thinking the Mavs are going to go ahead and be pretty good with Cooper Flagg. Then pick up, of course, we've got Kyrie Irving coming in February or January or so, and lifting this team to as far as I guess the finals win. So we'll see what happens there. Luka is his MVP. Coach of the year is Mike Brown. Rookie of the year is Cooper Flagg. And a defensive player of the year. This one might be the most shocking one that you'll hear all day.
I disagree with it already. That's one of my ones already.
Jared Vanderbilt. And he said for reals.
Nah.
Jared Vanderbilt for defensive player of the year for No Joker. But I appreciate No Jokers.
No shot. I bet my paycheck. No shot.
But No Joker, I truly appreciate you sending in your pick. Now we come to mine, Legend. Here we go. We've got more after this, by the way, everyone. But here are mine. Okay, in the East, I've got the Knicks. I've got Cleveland in second. I've got Orlando in third. I've got Detroit in fourth. I've got Atlanta in fifth. My reasoning is I've got Orlando through Atlanta all bunched up between 45 and 48 wins. If one of those breaks out of the pack, I can't see which one does because I think all those three teams are right there with each other, Legend. So if Atlanta is in third, ends up in third, I'm not going to be too surprised at all that. If Detroit ends up in third, I'm not going to be too surprised about that because I think all those three teams are very evenly matched in my mind. Philadelphia is the team that I think a lot of people are going to have a lot lower there. They do have it a lot lower than I have them. I think with Embiid being on the court, you notice I didn't say the word healthy. I said on the court. That does provide a big boost for them. I've got Giannis in Milwaukee at number 7, Toronto at 8, Boston 9th, Miami at 10th, Chicago 11th, Indiana I have at 12th for Vari, Charlotte is 13th, 14th is Washington, and 15th are the Brooklyn Nets and their 15 first-round picks that they got in this year's draft. And that's not going to be a pretty sight if you're a Brooklyn fan. All right. And so here we go. Legend, I'm going to tell you honestly, I had a tough time with the Western Conference.
I can totally understand it.
After you get past Oklahoma City and Denver, it was really I took a lot of time, a lot of thinking on this one. This is probably the hardest Western Conference projections I've ever had to do doing this show in the 6 years I've been doing it. So we'll see what happens. What do you guys think of it? OKC is number 1. Denver's number 2. Houston is number 3. I have the Clippers at 4th. I think their depth is going to be really something that I think that will help them guide through the season. I think they have a lot of depth in a lot of places. The Lakers at 5th. I think that their depth or lack thereof is going to be the problem. I don't know if they'll stay 5th, but especially with LeBron already being out, but the depth is I have great concerns with as far as the depth for the Lakers are concerned. Golden State is right there with them as well. All these teams from 3 through 11 are going to be very bunched up, just like they were this past season. So Golden State is 6th. The Dallas Mavericks are in 7th. Minnesota is in 8th. San Antonio is in 9th. Portland is in 10th. Memphis is 11th. 12th is the New Orleans Pelicans. 13th is Phoenix. 14th is Sacramento because that's just a mess right now in Sacramento.
Yeah.
And 15th is Utah, who are playing for the NBA draft of next summer. The NBA Finals, I have the Denver Nuggets over the Knicks. I have Jokic winning the MVP. I know that's not going out on a limb, but I have Jokic winning the MVP. My coach of the year is Jamal Mosley of the Orlando Magic. And shock upon all shockers, Cooper Flagg and Victor Wembanyama. So what do you think of my picks, man? What do you think of my picks? I know you can let me know.
I can definitely say you and me was thinking very alike with that 5 and 6 in the West. That's why I said the Lakers and Warriors could be flip-flopped and everything. I think it was pretty much spot on to me, everything that you got on there. And I could definitely see why you put the Nuggets as well, because the Nuggets are set up to win the whole thing, too. It looks like it could be their chance to get back to the finals. I can understand the Knicks, too. The Knicks are built to get to the finals as well, and kind of feel bad for the Knicks fan. You finally get back to the final just to get your heart broken.
I think the offseason acquisitions the Nuggets made, they were the second best team, in my opinion, this offseason behind your Atlanta Hawks as far as what they did as far as transaction-wise. And I think it really helped to build their depth. And if it can take any minutes off of Aaron Gordon, Jokic, just basically Jamal Murray, if it could take any minutes off their time during the regular season, Legend, that's going to really help them in the postseason. So I favor teams that have depth because they're able to weather through ups and downs, good and bad play, but also injuries as well. The Lakers, I do have as 5th, but for me, it's kind of shaky because of the fact that their depth on this roster is very concerning, to say the least, at this point in time.
And I think Dolphins move.
Yeah, I think they will. But again, will they be allowed to? Because they want to play for that cap space in the summer, the next 2 summers as well. So we'll see what happens. Mark, aka Xbox, he has got his picks. And I didn't see, Mark, you can go ahead and rub this in on Vari. I don't think I saw his picks coming our way. So you might want to go ahead and send him some love on that one. That's only you can do, my friend. Eastern Conference, he has the Orlando Magic. Alfred Esmond would be happy about that. He's got the Knicks at number 2, the Cavs at number 3, Pistons at 4th, the Atlanta Hawks at number 5, Xbox has the Bucks at number 6, Chicago at 7th. As far as he's expecting Josh Giddey, the man, to go ahead and carry the Bulls to a 7th place finish. The Sixers are 8th. Boston is 9th. The Nets are 10th. The Raptors 11th. The Miami Heat is 12th. The Charlotte Hornets are 13th. The Wizards are 14th. And the Pacers, maybe because of the injuries, Legend, but I think more so because it's Vari that he's battling against. Yes, I am noting the Pacers spot, Xbox. I am noting the fact that you put them last in the Eastern Conference. So I'm just, I will make note of that. But you could also let your good friend Vari know that he didn't send in his picks, which I'm very, very sad about. Troubled by, and I'm sure you'll let him know, my friend. Mark, aka Xbox, his Western Conference picks are as follows: Denver number 1, the OKC Thunder at number 2, the Lakers at number 3, the Wolves at number 4, the Clippers at 5, Spurs at 6, the Sacramento Kings. I think Mark, you have the Kings higher than everyone else. I know you said you're working right now, so you can't come on the air. But if you could put in the chat why you like the Sacramento Kings so much, I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. Yes, the Warriors at number 8, the Rockets.
Rockets,
He really thinks. I know I've spoken to him before about this. He really thinks the Van Vliet injury is going to affect a young team like that. He thinks KD doesn't have faith enough in KD to be healthy an entire season on that. So he thinks that will adversely affect the Rockets. Pelicans at number 10. The Grizz at 11th, which I know is hard for him because he likes the Grizzlies as a team. So putting him at 11th, I know did not come, too happily for him. The Suns at 12th, the Mavs at 13. That's another interesting one there as well. He thinks it's all going to go wrong. Of course, AD getting injured, that's always a possibility.
Yeah.
The Blazers at 14th and the Jazz at 15th. He has the Lakers and Magic in the repeat of, was it the 2009 finals, I think? Yeah. Luka, as far as I'm concerned, Cooper Flag, Wemby, and Jamal Mosley. And I'm assuming, Xbox, that you want the Lakers as the finals champion. Is that correct or no? I don't want to speak too much for you, but I'm assuming the Lakers are your NBA champions this year because you didn't put that on there. Xbox, just let me know in the chat if it's the Lakers or the Magic as your NBA champion, if you can. All right. Oh, speaking of which, there he is right there. What's going on, my friend?
Hey, Gerald, can you hear me?
Yes, I can, my friend. Can you hear us?
Boys, sorry, I'm obviously working, so I can't go on camera and things like that. But
no worries.
Great to see you, boys. It's been a great show. I thought I'd just quickly jump on and talk about my picks just very, very quickly. I try to justify them. But, bro, I don't know. Some of the things I'm seeing about the Pacers being in the top 8, that's insane. I mean, it's not obviously there's a hatred for Bari and his team, but it's not really that. They've got an injured Halliburton. They've lost other players. I see them falling off a cliff, to be honest, after going to Game 7 as close as they did. I really suspect them to be quite horrible. I know they do have some other players that can ball, but yeah, I don't expect much out of them. So that was the logic there.
Okay.
Your Hawks, Legends Hawks, is going to be competitive. I probably don't think as competitive as some of the other guys are sort of saying that they're going to make finals. I just don't see that unless there's something that I don't know about, and maybe that young French guy, I know he has had some good stats in preseason, etc. Yeah, Ricochet, whether or not he can take that next level. I personally don't see it. I think the Magics are a real threat just with their recruits and, is it Pablo or whatever? What's
Pablo
his last name?
Banchero.
But yeah, Banchero, another year with him, the Wagner brothers. That's not a bad team, man. And they went pretty high last year, and they had a lot of injuries throughout the year to key players at certain times. So I sort of see them, I feel there's a bit of like a lack of pressure there too, Gerald. If they can get it right, there's not too much pressure for the Magic. They can maybe go all the way. The East for me is it's a funny one. Boston's obviously going to drop off, and man, just like rating the East as a whole, and I know you love your Hawks, but it's so weak compared to the Western Conference, man. It's insane. In my belief, anyway, the top, especially like the top 8 teams, they're just so much stronger in the West. So just quickly, I can go through the West if you like,
Of
real quick.
course.
Nuggets, obviously. I just think that they've gotten better. I think they have the best player in the world at the moment, Joker. It could be Luca very soon. Thunder, man, how can you go wrong with a squad like that? I'm obviously a little bit of a wishful thinker as well. That's possibly why my Lakers are third. It's hard to justify that right now with your second player being injured, as long as he's going to be second best player. So we'll see. I still believe that Luca can carry us. That's my belief. And against these lesser sides and sides in the East and that, he can just eat them up. So I'm still expecting a 50+ win season for us. But I don't know where that will shake out with the other good teams. Wolves, you expect them to ascend. Another year for Anthony Davis. Clippers are a bit unpredictable right now with all their off-season issues. They can come fifth, but they're never going to win the chip. So I'm happy with that. Spurs, man, that's the big upside for me where Wemby goes. Like, obviously, we're all saying Wemby's going to be Defensive Player of the Year. But let's be honest, like I saw him recently, and I don't know if you saw this, Legend or Gerald, but he was on that show with Kevin Hart, Ice Balls or whatever Kevin Hart does, where he sort of interviews someone in the in an ice bath,
Mhm.
and man, he is massive, man, and he is so ripped now. Like, he used to be so skinny, and he just looks like I've never seen a man. I reckon if you physically saw him, you'd be absolutely blown away.
That
So
work in the dojo,
yeah, man, yeah,
overseas, yeah, does
yeah. It's
wonders.
crazy though, Gerald, to be that big
Mhm.
and that ripped. That's not usually how it goes. They just sort of thin out at that level. So he's a freak of nature. So we'll see what happens. And yeah, obviously there's just the rest there. Kings, that's a bit of wishful thinking. I really Rockets, man. People are so high on Rockets. Kevin Durant's, he's proven to be a walking injury. So I see him, honestly, I see him getting injured, and their playoff hopes just dwindling. That's my sort of belief is where they're at. So I can't believe they gave him a 2-year extension, but KD just seems to get whatever he wants in this league. He can bounce from teams and this and that. He's full of it to me. He was a great player. He's a great scorer, but he's not a winner, man. So give me a break. And then yeah, the rest I thought Mosley might be coach of the year if Orlando do go deep. In the
Who is
East.
your NBA champion, by the way? You didn't
Oh
mention
yeah, Lakers. Sorry, that might be optimistic, but yeah, you got to go with Lakers.
that.
It
Okay.
be look, that, and just quickly on that, boys, that's a bit of a double-edged sword because a lot of us want LeBron to leave ASAP. I don't think LeBron's going to leave after a championship season, so we'll have to watch that one with bated breath. But yeah, man, I mean, geez, if the Lakers could win this season, obviously that would probably be largely because of Luka, and I mean, it'd be a magic ride to go on. So we'll see. That's my dream and my hope.
But you, like me, you put Jamal Mosley as your pick for Coach of the Year.
Yeah,
It's something where, yeah, that was for me. Like, and I'm sure that's maybe some of your thinking as well. Is just the fact that it is time for them, Orlando Magic, especially with the pickup of Desmond Bain, to move up
yeah,
into the upper atmosphere of the Eastern Conference, and in
yeah.
order to do so, Jamal Mosley has been thought of as a great coach so far, and I think this will allow him to get noticed by a lot more people there if they do well this season.
Yeah, and I thought he coached really well last year, and he was in contention for it. As I mentioned, they had big injuries at different times to Bankero and Wagner, and I always thought they were pretty competitive still. So he's got no excuse this year. It's sort of do or die for him. He's got to have a good season with the team, or they'll move him on. And if he does have a good season, that might end up in Coach of the Year accolades. So we'll see, Gerald and Legend. But man, cannot wait You know, it's finally back. The off season feels like it
Yes,
goes
sir.
forever. Yeah, it's just crazy, man. And now to think every day, like, because it works out so well here, boys. Like, because the games are on sort of between, say, 9 a.m. in the morning, and then your last game might start at 1 p.m. You know, which will typically be a Lakers like Western Conference game or Nuggets. So to be able to have that on during the day, you know, whilst we're at work, it's a real pleasure, man. You can just watch basketball all day and you know, do your work. So yeah, can't wait. But yeah, really enjoyed everyone's picks as well. And I know you're going through searchies now.
Yep. Oh, actually, I got a few more to go, but
Yeah.
yeah, Mark, just tremendous having you on talking as far as your picks are concerned.
Nah,
Uh,
thanks for having
no
me.
worries, no worries. Search and Destroy, like you said, is coming up next.
I might go now,
And
Gerald, just because I'll get back to work. But I didn't mean to be rude. I'll obviously be on the show
no, you're
tomorrow.
good, man.
Yeah,
Absolutely, you're all good. Good,
I'll,
man. Yeah, absolutely.
I'll
I'd love to
join
have
you
you on,
guys
man.
post game tomorrow, and I'll be on camera and stuff. So all good,
You
boys.
got it. Sounds good, my
Much
friend.
love. Talk soon, boys.
All right. Same
All right,
back at
Mark.
you, my friend. All
Thanks,
right.
legend.
Mark, AK Xbox,
Thanks,
right
Gerald.
there, explaining his picks for you and predictions. You can rub it in on Vari, though, Mark. You can rub it in on Vari that he didn't send in his picks and predictions for this year. But you still can. He can, and you guys can. If you want to send in your picks, I will put them on archive, and we'll see how it looks at the end of the season. But I will announce them tomorrow if you send them to me tonight. LakersFastBreak@yahoo.com. And if you do want to do a fantasy basketball league with me tomorrow, I will see what we can arrange with Legend on myself. CCGO3 also mentioned it. That's what he asked for. So we'll see what we can do. But yeah, hit us up, LakersFastBreak@yahoo.com. Search and Destroy, Mod, Champion of the World is next. He has the Eastern Conference Magic at number 1, the Knicks at number 2, the Cavs at 3rd, Pistons in 4th, the Hawks in 5th. Like I said, I'm not seeing the Hawks anywhere outside of the top 5, so that's a positive sign right there. The Milwaukee Bucks in 6th, Boston 7th, the Sixers in 8th, the Bulls in 9th, the Nets 10th, Raptors 11th, 12th is the Heat, Pacers 13th, and the Wizards are 14th. And in the Western Conference for Search and Destroy, truly appreciate him sending his picks in. Nuggets at number 1. Thunder number 2, the Wolves at number 3, the Rockets at 4th, the Clippers at 5, the Spurs at 6. He has the Lakers probably lower than anyone else at number 7. So he obviously, like me, is very concerned about the depth on this team. Yeah, he has your Warriors at number 8. The only thing with the Warriors, and the reason why that I didn't pick them even higher, is their front line, Legend. You know, like the Lakers, but even though they do have Aiden, there is the possibility, again, like last year, they could get out rebounded quite a bit. But that Warriors front line, there is got to be some concern. While Al Horford stretches it out, he's not a rim protector. You're still hoping for 35-year-old plus Draymond Green to do that. How big of a concern is it for you and some of the other Golden State Warriors fans out there as far as the front line in Golden State?
I've been asking for a rim protector for the longest, and for some reason our office refused to go get one. So I mean, that's to me the concern. That's one of the biggest things. I'm like, you need to address that part. Yeah, you need to get a big man, which you went and got Al Horford for that, but he's not a rim protector, so that doesn't exactly solve the issue that we had the last couple of years in the playoff, where you saw a guy driving to the basket and here you go. It's an easy layup. Yep, you can't stop it. Oh, yep, just stand right there and look at us lay it up every time. Yep. Anthony Davis having field there. Yep. Can't do nothing about it because you won't get rim protection. And that's the biggest issue, and I can understand why you put him at 8. I can understand that. That's like part of my biggest concern outside of the age part is you still don't have a real rim protector. Unless they finna go surprise me and go find somebody in the trade deadline, or maybe go get a Walker Kessler or something. I don't know. But that's gonna be another issue for another season. You can't rely on Draymond at the age of 35 to do that. Like, you gotta eventually go find a young guy to handle that position. Like, come on, man. Like, come on, front office.
Well, we'll see how the Golden State Warriors do. But to go, Search and Destroy has them at number 8. He has the Mavs at 9th, the Pelicans at 10th, the Grizz at 11th, the Suns at 12th, the Kings are 13th, the Blazers are 14th. I love how you put
And he wrote lottery.
lottery for the Jazz at 15th. The finals, he has the Thunders and Knicks. I forgot to ask him who he thought was going to win that. I will ask him when I get a chance to see who he thought will win the NBA Finals. So I have to remind myself to please update that. Please update. But he has the Knicks and the Thunder in the finals. Luka is the MVP. Cooper Flag is the Rookie of the Year. What a shock!
Unanimous.
Wemby. It's unanimous for both Rookie of the Year and Defensive Player of the Year for Cooper Flag and I'm sorry. All but one for Defensive Player of the Year. Cooper Flag is Rookie of the Year on everybody's ballot. All but one. Victor Wembanyama and everything except for one Jared Vanderbilt.
Vanderbilt. That's the funniest one right there.
And Coach of the Year is Ime Udoka, who I think got 4 or 5 Coach of the Year picks right there for you. So, and that is it. Okay, I thought I had more, but that is it. That's plenty. But if you want to turn your predictions in just like you see here, or if you're listening, send them to me. LakersFastBreak@yahoo.com. I will, as soon as I get them in that night, whether it's on a post game or the next available show that I'm on, I will go ahead and I will announce them for you, and I will keep in the archives and compare it at the end of the season to see how it works out. So, absolutely. Yeah, Bloodhound, absolutely. Blue Jays win. I'm sure Magic Man is a happy guy, and I'm sure that folks in Toronto are very surprised because they won on a late 3-run homer to beat Seattle, and Seattle dreams are crushed right now. I've been in that community a few times in Seattle, so I know that they're not exactly thrilled right now as far as I'm concerned. But I'll tell you what, those were some great picks. Let's take the Vando pick out of the equation for a second here, because I think both you and I had if we would go the craziest pick, that would be the craziest pick. But let's go to the teams. Remember back to some of the picks you heard, a lot of the picks you heard. Is there one pick that is the most eye-opening to you as far as where they were placed, both either good or bad, where you think might be the most surprising to you so far as far as the picks are concerned?
I would say the most surprising one to me, I'm gonna say two surprising was a lot of folks are very high on the Hawks. I was very surprised at that. And the other one that really got me the most was everybody got the Clippers as falling off the cliff. That's interesting. That's very interesting to see that part. Those two
because
to me.
That was surprising to me, Legend, at first, but then anybody started 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th. It's like, wow.
I was like, this is becoming a pattern now.
Yeah. I think for me, the most surprising is probably Laker Tom stating that the Blazers would be 5th in the Western Conference, because that is higher than anyone else. And I think it's not even close. Maybe somebody picked them 6th, but I think that is the highest. So I'd love to hear his thoughts on that as far as it's concerned. So these were all very interesting. And then also Houston. I think somebody appeared in Houston's at number 10. I think that was Mark. Yeah, I think that was Mark. So yeah. Okay, you're not just one up on Vari, but you can let him know that you're one up on him when you turned in your picks and predictions, and we asked him to turn his predictions in, and he still didn't do it. Best League says I have the Mavs to win it all, except Giannis is traded, then Giannis wins. Okay, all right, Best. Again, you are the second person behind No Joker to pick the Dallas Mavericks to win it all. Again, which it's going to start off the season a little bit hard because you do have your best player, in my opinion, Kyrie Irving, or at least probably their best playmaker out of the lineup. But once he gets back, like I said, they're in contention. You have a great front line in Dallas right there. So who knows? Who knows what will happen this season? Again, I'm not going to get on anybody's case too much in regards to picks because my picks in the past have been totally wrong. My last year Philadelphia 76ers in the finals really looked bad once you got down to it. So I'm freely ashamed. Yeah, really ashamed to admit that as far as I'm concerned. But my friend, it's been a great ride. It's been great going over the predictions as far as I'm concerned for not only the Lakers, but your Hawks, your Warriors, and of course Xbox. I truly appreciate him stopping by, sharing his thoughts on his teams as well. Yeah, and the fact that almost unanimously was Rookie of the Year. If there's any rookie out there, if you had to name one, let's say Flag turns an ankle or does something with a knee halfway through this, or does a Jared McCain where he's leading the race, looks like he's going to win it, then gets hurt and is out the rest of the season. Your thoughts, if there's any one rookie that you could see possibly squeaking in there, who would it be?
Ace Bailey. He gonna get plenty of shots. Plenty of shots in Utah. Because hey, what they got to lose, you know.
Yeah. Just give him the ball, let him take a shot, especially if they trade Markkanen right around the trade deadline. So you'll have 2 months of Ace Bailey chucking up shots. And if they trade Walker Kessler as well, that will be Ace Bailey, Ace Bailey, Ace Bailey. Oh, by the way, their fourth play will be Ace Bailey. And the fifth play will be somebody else, Mike getting the ball back from Ace Bailey. So yes,
pick and roll, high screen pick to Bailey.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, it's funny because again, it's going to be a lot of Ace Bailey in Utah, even with Markkanen and of course Walker Kessler there as well. So yeah, looking forward to a great season. Don't forget tomorrow night, playback.tv/Lakers Fast Break. We'll have the game on. 20 VIPs available. If you are watching the game and you have access to it for as far as NBC. If you do not have access to it, we'll get you go ahead and on our feed, and we'd love to have you watch the game along with us. Even if you're watching the game on NBC, join us for the chat and conversation, as only we can do on playback. A little bit raw, a little bit boisterous. I'll just say that for sure. And then, of course, the best post game in town, the world famous, of course, post game with the Lakers Fast Break right here. That'll be coming up after the game. I'm going to go ahead and say that I'm going to try and make that a great post game with hopefully everybody that wants to attend will be able to attend because I want to see if I can go ahead and make sure that a lot of people will be watching. Some people that normally don't watch our shows, like for instance, people that are looking at us from radio stations and stuff like that, maybe hopefully turning in as well as I requested to see if they wanted to go ahead and pick up our show, but we'll see what happens there. Best League says, Gerald, is there an option to change a small shooting guard or power forward to? That is up to ESPN best. ESPN, like for instance, what I was saying earlier about Amen Thompson. Amen Thompson is listed right now as a small forward, shooting guard, and power forward. ESPN has not yet listed as a point guard, but he may very well be the point guard in Houston. If they do something like that, they will put the designation on sometime during the season if that's the case. Sometimes they do it right away, but only they can do that best. You are not at liberty to go ahead and do that as far as give them a new position. They can. Your only thing that you can do is whatever your position player is currently positioned at now. Like, for instance, Jared Jackson Jr., he's listed at power forward or center. So you can play him either in the utility or as a power forward or as a power forward or center positions on that. So there you go. But yeah, best, you cannot make him a point guard if he's not listed as a point guard. You can contact ESPN and explain why you think he should be a point guard. But they have to ultimately change in their system. And I think they will do that for Amen Thompson at the very least. Tough says, especially the Lakers winning it. There you go. He liked Mark's picks. Tough, wanted to see some picks from you, my friend. You can still have time. Go ahead and send them in, LakersFastBreak@yahoo.com. But I truly appreciate you joining us once again. It is Legend from I Got Next Sports Media. Before we go, it's time for the cheap plug, my friend. Yeah, let me go take a look at your while Legend is going ahead and talking about what he's great on his channel. I will poke at your lineup and see if there's something we can do with that right now. Go ahead, my friend. What's coming up for you at I Got Next Sports Media?
All right, well, what we got coming up is definitely going to do my thoughts on the Warriors' first game tomorrow night after they play your good Lakers. We have a chance to do game one, so I will do my thoughts about game one either through a live stream video or a shorts. I love to do the shorts. I'm probably going to do part short style just to do my quick thoughts on game one. I will be doing a video talking about the path for the Georgia Bulldogs to get to the national championship. And then I also do my thoughts on the university that I attended, Georgia Southern University. I'm going to talk about what we got to do, whether to turn our season around into a 6-6 season, at least make a bowl game and go from there, or time to get a guy that I think Gerald knows very well from the USC days. Is it time for us to fire Clay Hilton from our university, get him up out of there? Because with 4 and 6, we shouldn't be there. I mean, 3 and 4, we shouldn't be there right now. Mm-hmm. But that's classic Clay Hilton, though. Classic Clay Hilton.
Yep, classic Clay Hilton indeed. But again, it is I Got Next Sports Media. Please go ahead and be a part of what he's doing today. Like and subscribe there as well. I'm looking on your team. Darius Garland is also out. He's your other point guard. His injury status. Let me go ahead and see if I can look at it. His injury status is. All right. He said he went on social media to say he's still hurt.
Let's do it, so definitely.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think he's he said his return timetable remains uncertain, but he has participated in practice, and it suggests his return could come sooner rather than later. So best what you can do is you can drop someone and pick up the best available point guard. Let me go ahead and see who that is. Sorry, guys, for the talk on here. I know that's maybe not exactly what you want to hear, but the best available point guard is CJ McCollum. That's actually not too bad, because if he's going to be showcased for a trade, he can get you 20 points and 5 assists and get you some threes. So if you want to start, go to him. Pareto Figueroa, I got you here in a second. But best, you might want to drop a player and then pick up CJ McCollum. If not, you could write it out and hope that Darius Garland will be maybe gone only 2 or 3 games. So there you go. I got your options right there for you. But CJ McCollum on the Washington Wizards might average about 17 to 20 points a game and get you about 5 assists in the league, and a lot of threes as well. But he is available in our league. Parade on Figueroa. Thank you, Gerald and Legend. Truly appreciate Parade and Figueroa as always when you stop on by on Twitch. What are your predictions for opening night tomorrow? Thank you again. Well, predictions is first off, Michael Jordan will piss off somebody with his comments. That's
the GOAT. He's back.
Yeah, he's back. But for serious notes, Houston on the road at OKC. We have seen before trophy night, ring night, and get distraction. I think you're going to see a showcase for Amen Thompson. Will it be enough to win the game? I'm not 100% sure, but it will be KD in OKC. And then I think I you know what, I might take, if I'm a betting man, which sometimes I am here in Vegas, I might take Houston and the under for that and see what happens there. And then for the Lakers and Golden State, the Lakers normally match up very well with Golden State when there's a certain LeBron James there. Luka will have to have a showcase. They're going to have to figure out a way to slow down Curry at least a little bit. And the three-point shooting just at least a little bit on the Golden State Warriors. I know you're probably picking your Warriors to start off the season with a victory. I'm going to probably say we're going to get a good look at the team, and the Lakers, who have looked terrible in the preseason, probably will. I think they're going to start off this season with a victory. Now, whether or not they continue that success because they play Minnesota twice early, we'll have to wait and see. I'm not going to go beyond that. But tomorrow night, Golden State, they're going to look good. It's going to be a tight game, but I think the Lakers will pull it out only because they're at home. What are your thoughts on tomorrow night's games, Legend?
Man, it's a tough one. You guys got home court. That's the part I look at too. The fact that you guys got home court, first game of the year. We know Crypto gonna be rocking tomorrow night, being game 1. I wouldn't be surprised if the Lakers take it. I'm gonna go with my Warriors. I think we're gonna come out here and go and shut the crowd down a little bit and go and let them know King James is not here. There is no King James to come save you this right now. So I'm gonna say the Warriors. I'm gonna say the Warriors squeak one out, barely, maybe about a point or two, squeak one out. But I would not be surprised if the Lakers won this game because I expect Luka to want to put on the show in his first full season as a Laker.
We will see what happens, but the season starts tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. Pacific. It is the Houston Rockets on the road at OKC. And then right after that, around 7 o'clock, it is the Lakers and the Golden State Warriors. Join us once again, playback.tv/Lakers Fast Break. And of course, the world famous post game. Again, if you're able to go ahead and jump on for the post game, I really would like to see that and really would like to hear that. Hopefully, a big crowd. If you guys have some Laker fans in your life, have them jump on in as far as in the chat. We'd love to hear from them. Please like and subscribe. It really helps the channel. Tomorrow night, I really want to get off the season to a good note. So if you guys are going to be available to go ahead and watch, let us know. Don't forget, again, if you want to put in your predictions or if you want to meet up at a time tomorrow, I will go ahead and message you and Legend, CCGO3, Legend, and anyone else. Let me know at LakersFastBreak@yahoo.com. We'll do it at a reasonable time. By the way, they also have an app so you can draft your entire team from the ESPN Fantasy app. I don't like Yahoo's too much. I did both. Yahoo's kind of messy. I don't like it. It's kind of messy. So ESPN is where I got to go. So CCGO3, we got you covered. Legend, got you covered. Any last thoughts, my friend, before we heading out?
I think I'm pretty good to go. I'm ready for the season to get started. Now we got football and basketball together. That's what I'm talking about.
Great time of season because you got baseball, you've got basketball, you've got football, you've got NASCAR winding down the playoffs. You've got Formula One. They're coming here to Vegas in a little bit. They're winding down their season. You got a ton of things going on in the world of sports, and it's the best time of the year. College football, yeah, everything's going crazy right now. Absolutely, we're going to try and get. Yep. Bowl season again. Don't get me started on that. Don't get me started on that. You've already heard me ad nauseum about this on your show, so I will just say that. But Legend, it's always great to have you on, my friend. Again, anytime you need me on your channel, I've got you covered on that. Yeah, tough. Joe should be here. Yeah, you know he's going to rear his ugly head, his big ugly head, the one he can't get through the door sometimes because his ego's too big. Yeah, he'll be here on the show tomorrow. He'll be here in the channel, but they'll also be on playback. And then of course, Legend will be here, Mark will be here, John will be here. It'll be a full house, and I'm really eager to go ahead and present it to a large audience tomorrow. So looking forward to that. The baseball starts Friday. Yes, the Dodgers and the Raptors start the World Series on Friday. So looking forward to that. But once again, it is Legend from I Got Next Sports Media. It is me, Gerald Glassford. Please help us out by supporting his site on his YouTube page, my stuff, the Pop Culture Cosmos, the Lakers Fast Break. Anything you can support at all. At Drip Show Shop on Instagram and Twitter does a ton of great stuff. I got to put up my Luca before the season starts tomorrow. I'm going to have to figure out where I'm going to put it. This whole background will be done a little bit differently. My TV, I've already got something in mind that I'm going to be playing in the background, so you will not be just looking at a black screen tomorrow. A lot of stuff to do. A lot of stuff to prepare. JSJ, great to have you here. We're heading on out. You were not here for all of our predictions, JSJ, and you show up wandering late. You're like that guy when the party's already over and finished. Everybody's cleaning up and like, hey guys, I'm here to party.
Are we cleaning up?
Exactly. Yeah. Help us clean up. You're here now. No. JSJ, yes. Oh, look at you, Mr. Optimism. He says, I can't wait for the Lakers to lose tomorrow. Oh, no worries, JSJ. But rewind, because it has all of our predictions. I think I got 10 different people.
I think about 10
predictions. Yeah, about 10. 10 different predictions on the Eastern, Western Conference, and as far as the title holder and all that. So, yes, great to have everyone here. And again, if you want to send in your predictions in, LakersFastBreak@yahoo.com, or if you want me a part of your fantasy basketball league, LakersFastBreak@yahoo.com as well. But once again, Legend, so great to have you here. Of course, along with me, Joe Glassford. We will be back tomorrow night. What happens on opening night? We'll wait and see. Will the Lakers win? Will the Warriors win? Will the Rockets win? Will the Thunder win? Will NBC win? Will Jordan piss off somebody? We'll find out. Exactly. Yeah. I think his first that should be the bet in here in Vegas. Who is the first target for Michael Jordan in tomorrow night? And like odds would be like LeBron James would be like heavy favorite right there. No worries, JSJ. But yeah, go ahead, rewind to the beginning. It was a really good show. So hopefully you'll enjoy it. It is Gerald Glasser along with Legend. We'll be back tomorrow after the game. And of course, during the game on playback, but also our world famous post game is coming up right here. Oh, now Sports Baby shows up. Sports Baby, I asked you to turn in your predictions. Do me a favor. Tonight, think hard on it. Send me in your predictions. You've been seeing all the emails. Send it in to me, LakersFastBreak@yahoo.com. Yes. Mark one-upped you. You can't let Mark one-up you. He turned his picks in. Why can't you, man? Why can't you? But much love, Ari. Much love. Truly appreciate you joining us. But we'll be back tomorrow. Playback.tv/LakersFastBreak. And, of course, the world-famous post-game from all of us right here at the Lakers Fast Break Podcast.